哦，来继续我的进度。爬上尖塔，对我那个技能我都还没有。看一下，战士近战嘛，陷害者陷阱，增加食物和陷阱。食物和陷阱是什么？我看一下。这个是一次全部3个哦。长矛，这个是专注哦，现在已经解锁专注了。应该这个啦，远距离加30，命中时恢复生命5%。这个不错哦。它这个是治疗速度加50%。哦，原来如此，这是潜行。这是那个，我觉得远程比较有用这感觉好像没什么屁用。暂且先这个吧。技能未解锁。哦，还要这个它是那个啦。尚未解锁就是说我必须得要那个就对了，就是它是这样子哦。远程比较好那个技能尚未解锁。等级2，等级1，技能尚未解锁，技能是学习技能的未解锁技，选择一项技能。不会是这个吧？要先把这个升上去哦。等级2，等级2，等级1。好奇怪哦。好多哦。这个是一定要有的它这个学习技能，要不要看那为什么我的近战战士都没有亮？ 对吧？近战都没有亮哎，好奇怪哦。我近战是不能学吗？尚未解锁。可是我这个时候我不是可以用了吗？哦，现在是可以用的啦，可是那就先这个了啊。哦，还要这样子哦。哦，我觉得这个要有呢，我觉得这个哦，这个拿一下。看我要怎么过去啊？哦，所以这个，可是太远了。哦，这个。咦？
it out. To be honest, I'm surprised it took you so long to discover my rules.
You rigged the lands to steal Hades. How could you be so reckless?
Reckless? You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted. The mysterious signal that woke it, for example. Or why don't take one of those Gaia backups you've been having such a hard time finding?
If you knew, why didn't you just tell me?
I've been having problems of my own these past 6 months, Aloy. The difference is, I've made progress. So once your anger at my entirely necessary deception has faded, why don't you come out here and find me in the Forbidden West, and to learn all that I've discovered?
Oh, I'll come find you.
Yes. Well, the coordinates make it simple enough. Even for you.
Inside it, and it transformed. Almost like the day of the battle. I can only be grateful that it's a stormy day. Few have seen the tower change from Meridian. What did you discover?
Hades. The danger didn't end here. It went into the Forbidden West. And I have to follow.
I see. That can be difficult. West is called Forbidden for a reason. A tribe of ferocious warriors controls much of it. The Tanakh. They allow no trespassers past its border. That said, under the Sun King of Ard, a fragile peace has been negotiated. And indeed, the next embassy will take place in a day or two on the edge of the frontier. Were you to attend the gathering under his auspices, the Tanakh might grant right of passage, instead of hunting you and attacking on sight.
Great, just what I need. More killers.
Sun King.
Aloy, it's good to see you. You left in such haste. We never had a chance to properly thank you.
Can we show the champion the spear now? Please?
Itamin, quiet.
It's true. We bear gifts. Decorum usually calls for a ceremony of offering at the palace, but I thought you would prefer a less formal occasion. Bring them, please.
Avad, this is all very kind, but I... Who's it? Vanasha.
Quick. Better hand them over before she runs off again.
Really? Must you?
Try it on.
It's beautiful.
On behalf of all the citizens of the Sundom, may these tokens remind you of our eternal gratitude.
Perhaps you'd like to spend more time with your friends. Come speak to me when you're ready to depart.
I need to attach the master override to my new spear. Should be a workbench around here I can use.
看我有点那个。一般哦。如果关闭的话，哦，呵呵，还真神奇。现在任务是
The sculptor wanted something even bigger, twice the size, covered in gold and jewels. But I was quite certain you wouldn't appreciate that.
You were right. I'm sorry a lot. It's good to see you, but I can't stay long.
I see. I had hoped you'd remain in the city for a time. Perhaps at the palace.
Meridian's still in danger. But it's bigger than that. To put things right, I have to go west. To Nox territory.
By the sun, Tanakh? Well, perhaps Murad already told you, but after years of hostility, we've negotiated a truce in hopes of a lasting peace. Another embassy will be held in just a day or two.
哦，又来了。
When you say years of hostility, I assume you mean the Red Raids?
Ah, yes. My favorite subject.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't need to know.
As you know, my father raided all the border tribes. Asurum, Banuk, and Nora suffered greatly, resisting as best they could. But none fought back like the Tanakh. They rose up and assaulted our western front at barren light, sweeping us from their lands. Getting them to talk to us again after that was tricky.
How did you get the Tanakh to talk again after the war?
The same way I got you to talk. By giving gifts.
The Tanakh like tiaras?
More like metals, spices, and relics looted during the fighting. We've met with them on several occasions, and the gifts seem to have eased the tension. But this coming embassy is the most important yet. The best sign we've had so far that the Tanakh want lasting peace.
What makes this coming embassy so special?
Not just like today, it is special. Because of the guest. Our delegation will meet with the Tanakh just outside Barren Light. We'll give them treasure, and they'll return a prisoner. Fashav, one of our finest soldiers.
Soldier? Don't you mean raider?
No, not in this case. Fashav is my cousin, nothing like Helis and his ilk. He joined the Western expedition with the hopes of reining in certain excesses. But he was captured during a heroic defense of our forward base at Simbar Sands. And has been held ever since.
Your cousin, Fashav. How long has he been a Tanakh captive?
5 years. Tanakh emissaries swear he is well, but I wonder. That tribe is renowned for its brutality. How did he survive? Well, I'll know soon enough. If you see him before I do, tell him that I await him in Meridian, where he belongs.
If I see him, I will. Edmund looks happy.
You got him out of Sunfall. Any happiness he has, he owes to you. He's turning into a fine young man. which he'll need to be if he's to inherit the crown.
Wouldn't the crown go to a son of yours first?
Yes, well, I'd have to get married for that to happen. Murad keeps throwing noble matches at me. But I find I'm always trying to make them into someone they're not. At any rate, I never aspired to the throne, and I don't wish to sit there forever. When Itamen comes of age, I hope to step aside. Free of the crown. I might finally be able to travel the world. Who knows? Perhaps even accompany you on one of your adventures.
You make it sound easy. I need to get going.
One moment, Aloy. There's something I must ask you. Since you left, I've thought of little else.
This isn't really the time.
But it has to be. The way you left before, there's no way to know when I'll see you again. I'm not trying to stop you, or hold you back. But I need to know, when your mission is over, will you return to Meridian and stay? But long enough for us to spend time, to get to know each other properly, perhaps.
Avad, the situation calls for a higher perspective. The threat I'm facing endangers not just Meridian, but a lot of other places too. A lot of innocent people. What happens between us, it's not important. At least, not yet.
You're right. I'm acting like a fool. It's supposed to be the king who calls for a higher perspective. Please accept my apology. And my wishes for your success. Goodbye, Aloy. As always, our hopes ride with you.
Dowager Queen Masadi.
Blessed champion. Itamen, what do you say?
My humblest thanks to you, great champion, for delivering my mother and me from Sunfall, and for defending our holy city against the forces of Shadow. Did I say right?
You said it fine, Edmund. And you're welcome.
Champion, will you teach me how to shoot like a real machine hunter?
Itamen.
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that. But when I come back, I could give you a few tips. It would be an honor.
We owe you our lives, champion, and we will not forget. May the sun light your way.
Watch out for Thunderjaws, champion.
切，雷霆之牙，区雷霆之牙，还不是被我们削成废铁的份？很简单啊，只要把它定住就有办法了。嗯
It's part of the Deathbringer we defeated. This machine was the last line of defense for Hades. It dragged the orb up here and then nearly killed me, but it's just a piece of scrap now.
哦吼，一代的那个一代的机器，我成废铁了。我记得当初一代是在这里守的吗？我有点忘记了。当初一代是在这里哦。没有其他人了吗？ 诶，怎么有这个？更打不到。破坏不了。我刚刚上面有显示。
Savior, welcome back to the Elites.
There. The workbench. Uthid. Fanasha. Thanks for being here.
Wouldn't miss it, even if you did leave us hanging after the big battle.
Vanasha, stop. She's here now, isn't she?
For the moment. But I see that look on her face. She's got business to attend to. And it isn't in Meridian.
You know, I didn't vanish before because I wanted to. I had...
No, Huntress. Please. You don't have to justify yourself to us. You saved our butts. If you've gotta go, go. With our blessing.
Always.
You both look like you're doing well.
Mr. Shiny Pants here is now the Sun King's senior military advisor. That means people actually have to listen to him talk. May the sun bless their sorry souls.
At least I say something of substance every once in a while.
What was that? I just fell asleep while you were talking.
And how about you, Vanasha?
I've been looking after Nasadi and Edaman. 2 parts bodyguard, 1 part...
Bad influence.
Huh. I was gonna say nanny, but I like your version better.
I never pictured you as a nanny. Edaman must be special.
Hold on now. I'm not entirely domesticated. Nasadi was the Mad Sun King's wife. She has enemies. I've had to foil a plot or 2.
Right. You can try to hide it, but inside, you're as soft as a silk pillow.
Oh, you have no idea.
Huh? Oh dear.
We were talking about Edaman?
Yeah, okay, I admit it. Edaman's cute. He's fun. And he looks up to me. I like him. Except when he forgets to wash his hands after hooking worms in that muddy garden behind his solarium. Ugh.
It's been months since I was in Sunfall. What's become of the Shadow Karja?
After you wiped out the eclipse, there were hardly any priests or officers left to terrorize the little people.
Avad offered amnesty to all who were forced to serve the Shadow. So the commoners cleaned out the citadel and handed it back to him. The Sundom was unified.
Avad wanted Uthid to take command of the garrison there, but Captain Cuddly here refused. Rumor has it that he wanted to stay close to me here in Meridian.
That's nonsense, of course.
Well, I know, you're out. Go! Away with you.
Always an honor, champion.
Always a pleasure. But please, little Huntress, come back someday and tell us about your adventures. If I can't get in trouble, at least I can hear about yours.
找长毛，长毛，
Okay. Master override installed. Plus, something new to Store up and release energy. Resonator. Should help in a fight.
I don't respond well to that.
Deeply honored.
诶，我这样子我是可以学的吗？哎，有了！哦，原来他还要这样子哦。
Those who fought at the Battle of the Allied would never forget.
Is that the time? Or do you want to chat some more with your friends?
I better get going. And if I'm headed west, it sounds like I'll need rite of passage from the Tenakth, as you said. Where exactly is this embassy going to be held?
Past the Daunt, the canyon marks the western border of the Sundom. You'll find the fortress of Barren Light at its farthest edge. The embassy will take place just beyond its gates. It's a long march, a fortnight on foot.
A couple of days hard riding should get us there.
Actually, it might be better to rest here tonight. Head out in the morning.
Of course. I'll arrange it.
seen anyone use one of those to get around.
Is that how I get to Barren Light?
Yes, I mean usually, but not today. Not yet.
And why is that?
The Daunt. The whole valley. It's infested with machines.
I can handle machines.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but I'm under strict orders not to operate until the whistle down at Chain Scrape sounds the all clear.
Look, I didn't come all this way just to stand around and wait. I'll crank that car down myself if I have to.
Well, but then who would crank it back up? Fine. Though, should anyone ask, it might be best to say you forced me.
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines wrecked. As for the quiet, well, there is a work stoppage in effect because of all the fuss.
What sort of machines are causing the trouble?
Nasty ones, and lots of them. Bristlebacks, they're called. Strangeness is, they're not native to the Daunt. Just showed up, all of a sudden.
No hunters to kill them?
Oh, we've got hunters, just none that want to cross Ulvund. Boss of Chain Scrape. He is self-appointed. Work stoppage was his idea.
Yeah, well, I'm just passing through. Got an embassy to attend.
You should have said. That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
What are you talking about?
Hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja's son priest. Cranked him down yesterday, about an hour before the machine trouble started. He's a very important man, or so he says. That embassy at Barren Light, he's the one supposed to run it.
Great.
If you don't do as I say immediately, the Sun King himself shall hear of your insolence. Thanks to you, I was forced to spend the night shivering in the tent, exposed to attack. I might have died. Oh, me you refused to transport, but not this... what? This Nora girl? This savage? Besides, scallywag.
Wadis. That's Aloy.
Studious Wadis.
Aloy, you know, savior of Meridian.
Really? Well, that lessens the insult, I suppose.
I came here for the embassy at Barren Light. The way I hear it's urgent.
Well, not with the valley infested. And so did Ahriman proclaim the Sun Priests most precious and worthy of safekeeping. See? Scripture. I shall head to Barren Light when the captain of the Vanguard tells me the way is clear, and not a moment sooner.
Fine. Captain's a friend of mine, you know? Where is Erend? Wouldn't mind speaking to someone a little more action, a little less scroll.
Wadis.
Studious Wadis.
Studious Wadis sent Aaron and another Vanguard out at daybreak to clear the way.
And so at daybreak...
Hey! Shh. Down the valley then?
Yeah, said they checked the ruins on the left bank for tracks, taken from there.
Okay. I hear there's a work stoppage. Any way to upgrade my gear?
I'll bet the smith in Chain Scrape would let you use his workbench. As for the bristlebacks, you might want to craft some acid arrows. Hitting their canisters with those will take them down quick.
Thanks. I'll find Aaron and I'll bring it back. Hey! Where do you think you're going?
What? To the top of the ridge. To wait in safety.
Sorry. Operator's under strict orders. No passengers till the whistle blows, right?
That's right. best start cranking.
Why?
Jorf, would you kindly escort Studious to James' grave and wait for me there?
Got it.
I will find Erend, and I will help clear a path. But after that, no more excuses. Barren Light. Embassy.
If such be the will of the sun.
It will be. Trust me. I gotta find Erend. But it might be good to hit Chainscrape first and upgrade my bow.
Oh.哦吼！咦，这是新地方啊！就是说我现在就是正式开始可以那个就对了。不明，我看一下这附近有什么。不明。火焰角兽，火焰角兽是新的吗？哦，我靠！光是这附近这样逛就可以逛很久了。要开始过扫描人生了。技能又有那个，但我就是先把猎人的这个先点好。爆破弩，哦，这个一定要学啊，这个。先把这个远程的先把它学一学，远程比较好用。哦，不对哦，不是那个哦。哦，原来原来如此，大致上知道了。诶，绿色的。
I'm gonna get a strong color on this.
后拜后，我就要去村庄的那个路上会那个
Those machines must have torn through this camp. This valley definitely isn't safe. Machines are made, I might learn how to override them.
我靠北，这剑招好多啊！咦，啊，这个蜘蛛的尸体没了，靠，也要干。哎，你怎么有这么差的？哦，这么硬哦！这也太硬了吧！要带一些那个、啊，不然要是要做那个大药水的话，可以用到的。这上面一定有东西，先前往那个吧。
It's a dead machine. It must be a bristleback. Maybe Aaron took it down? Ground soaked with acid. bow upgraded in there. Might be able to tinker with my other gear too.
我要换装备。
That the savior? Wanna come in, savior?
Welcome to Chainscrape, savior.
Open up, guys. Dwarves orders.
Good enough for me.
By the forge. Petra? Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on. Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Our land, not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him.
Yeah.
But he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh.
There's an embassy at Barren Light I need to make happen, and then I keep moving.
Ah. Of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. Gotta move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olin guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
发现萤火，萤火在哪里？萤火在哪里？哇塞！哇，又是一堆任务啊！我说不明机器初级玩家，萤火。哦，萤火在这里。对，这个我就简单的啦。干呀！我先把我的那个武器升级一下。挖掘者的音波壳，靠腰，这我好像没有拿到看天引线没有，对手，哼，干，这套不就是一代最强的那一件吗？竟然。改造古代人士现已10分不就失去动力来源后，这套装甲经过改造，强化远距离战斗力。我的妈呀， 这要想当初为了拿这套，我拿了多少颗电池啊？干年啊，这要那个就是每个遗迹的电池都拿到才可以用的，嘎，这然就变成一个废装了啊！我昏倒，真的。还好，我还可以再把它升上去。陷阱制作。哦吼，袋子升级。药用浆果24，食物15，珍稀资源7，炸弹。干，我就说就是要那个，就是要猎这些，就是要猎那个，就是要那个猎动物就是要那个就是要来增加那个我就记得我那时候要猎动物，就是要来升级这个袋子的，他妈的！打看对方弱点是否强酸，用强酸敌人可累积腐蚀装袋的抗击的强酸，规模爆炸。强酸瓶，强酸燃料瓶可用强酸箭射击引爆，就大规模爆炸哦。
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks. Shop looks closed.
Yep.
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
Informed you were in the vicinity.
有新的任务。
Hey, Milda. Took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up some impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
How did you end up in Chainscrape?
Heard about a new and upcoming town at the edge of the frontier. Where there's a town, there's a tavern. I was in need of work. So I got myself out here and started cooking. Some of these people had never tasted proper boars and berries stew before. Anyway, next thing I knew, people kept coming back. Guess they liked my food. Or the ale.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my signature dishes. I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Olvin forage foods. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients. A few pieces of decent wild meat, and I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in the scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast. Don't worry, I'll clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildif. I'll keep an eye out.
So that's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
嚯，技能点呢，爽啊！就是要有技能点啊！用这个就是他妈就是有这个技能点啊！靠腰，原来我走错路了。就是这个啦，这种我等级很低哦，要有那个技能点。
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me. It won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chainscrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olvin probably threatened to cut off her pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah. A couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvin and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
Who's Corvin?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvin, his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury, when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
Ho 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 ho! 开始了坑场的任务了。看，我记得一代当初玩的时候也是这样的，我也一直解任务，哇，任务超多的。
We are on the same side here, Albert. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, drop the act. We all know it was the Carja who let the bristlebacks into the valley. Sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light.
That is preposterous. Why would we let dangerous machines into our own land?
You mean the land that honest Osram laborers work tirelessly with no say in its governance? The land that, should you sign the decree...
Oh, that damned concession decree.
...would be managed by the people who actually live and work on it.
What do you want, Albert? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it. What other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my fierce lady warrior. Olfant Frio, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away from the fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of a settlement? Your saviorly attention must be really elsewhere.
I'm here for the embassy and...
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the bristlebacks, of course. Got to get rid of them if you want that embassy to take place. Well, best get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble? Ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osram laborers of this land who do all the backbreaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in this prosperity for a land worked by the people, for the people.
Right. And just how much would be your share?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
If Chainscrape is on Carja land, shouldn't a Carja be in charge? Who appointed you?
The sensibilities of good Osram folk, of course. You think a Carja can head this whole venture? Ah! The magistrate can barely make the trek from Barren Light without losing a few screws.
So you have no real authority then? People only follow you because you say so. Loudly.
Anyone who has followers has authority. I've been with Chainscrape from the beginning. I mean, I'm practically its founder, and its honest folk know I'm indispensable to its success.
You said you founded Chainscrape. Somehow I doubt that.
Practically founded, I said. I alone saw its potential when it was just a smattering of tents in barren light shadow. I invested in the mine, convinced some friends back home to do the same, and here we are. You could say Chainscrape is what it is thanks to me.
Oh, so you're not just standing around and profiting off everyone else?
Not at all. Sure, I make a little return on my investment here and there, but my main priority, as it was from the beginning, is to look after the well-being of these honest, working Osram.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is going to get moving.
But that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
哦，技能点2哎，技能点2哎，我干你好爽哦！有这么多技能点就好了。干你我是玩最高难度的，技能点是最重要的。酒馆，咦，酒馆是在？在这里啊。别，你在这里面跑会那个卡墙。
Savior, thank you for taking the time. My condolences that you had to endure Ulvin's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvin up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvin wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks help Ulvin get...
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the mad Sun King. And with the bristlebacks bringing work in the valley to a halt, Ulvund has plenty of time to pick at barely healed wounds.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the court?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead. Yes, something else?
哎，这个要是可以加快长话，就是
Look around.
哦，可以耶，
Boss around.
原来是这样子，我知道了，这还是可以加速的。
I need to go.
Of course.
哦。
Revel in some strike, sister? Let me set the board.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set. A Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too. Simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there is how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for now. Let's just play. I'll explain the rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. Remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
Oh.
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round, so go ahead and pick a second machine. Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my pieces? Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece close enough to attack one of my machines. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. A machine's combat power is a combination of the terrain your machine is standing on and its own attack power. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power. And your current machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, your machine's combat power equals 2 points. Since my machine isn't the one attacking, it has 0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the two machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn, then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it. Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine. Now let that machine have it. Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going. Your machine attacked mine, but hasn't moved yet. Go ahead and move downwards towards my remaining piece. You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes, that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're going to receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor. Now, you'll notice you didn't get quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner! That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always check for the best terrain to attack from. You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that. And it would save my behind in a game or 2.
I'll try and remember that.
Oh, before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the Savior of Meridian to have them. It's a small set to be sure, but it should be enough to get you in on any strike games you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn the game in your favor, though they'll need the right materials to craft you. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. know I've lost my fair share of pieces after night of machine hunting or brew hopping. No need to thank me. Always a pleasure to help out new strike players. Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
哇塞！
Come back anytime, Red.
Almost ready to
看一下。我说机器初级是什么？原来是这个。咦，竟然真的还有一个。 哦，被锁起来了。对啊，那个吧。哦哈，它在这里。啊，还用那个。这个任务比较那个。 但还要找鱼耶。
It seems like bitter leaf likes to grow on rocky terrain.
Su 在那。 一干呀，不见了。绿色说：“干日猪跑快哦！干是什么？” 这附近是有敌人吗？
to me.
是什么？我附近我根本没，我靠，要这么远哦！靠，要这么远呢？靠呀！我想说奇怪，我到底是被什么东西看到？哇靠，这么远也可以弄那个，干太扯了啦！这么远呢？干，只要有你在，我就没办法狩猎了。
Gemstone. It's green like blaze, but it's hard and shiny. I wonder if merchants would be interested.
干跑这么那个，操！干跑太远了，好不好？干他这样一直跑，根本就没办法那边那个跟他跑超远的呢，那这野猪比较不好狩猎。 这鱼可以杀吗？你看呀，这么硬！我靠呀！哇塞，一击死哎！我看这么硬哦！靠，这么高！我今天真的是被摸一下就会死哎！我这里敌人是等级是多少啊？这怎么上去？哦，这里应该可以上去。
Useful for making dyes.
Oh. 哦，登高望远啊！啊，怎么上不去？ 哎、靠呀！
Some kind of device. The metal reflects the sun. Send a signal? Looks like some kind of lens. Guess I'll keep it for later.
看我要怎么下去？这里。
I don't think I can get past them. Guess I should leave it for now.
咦，这个是
Must be somewhere to get around those vines. But how?
看需要特殊装备，看呀，找到金属花哎，金属花哎，妈的！我以后还要再爬一趟这个、哦，我干你好烦哦。是啊，这个是1代的那个金属花。那地图还这么大，你要那个也还是很那个的。光是能找到金属花，我就要偷笑了。唉，不能那个哔一下叫马，真是麻烦。以前就是哔一下就有马了，多方便呐！干超方便的好不好啦？靠腰，这个那个技能就很有用处了。
I'll keep some extra on hand.
哎，等一下，很好。一般木头。
Okay, I think I have enough good relief.
但野猪很麻烦，野猪攻击力不够高啊！你要攻击高到就还可以那个。
Secret ingredient for something, I'll bet.
食物者，但我现在攻击力真的是他妈不够高，我觉得要先杀一些来那个赚经验。就是现在在外面就是尽量杀了，不然这样子，看有没有什么动物就把它杀死。很会跑，就是要有这个啊，这个什么鼓啊？干这么难中？太难命中，哦，不行，这个要是第一发没有中，那就是没中。攻击有这么差的？我连他妈一只那个都打不死哦！这他妈的有那么差的？太惨了吧！我这也过太惨了吧？人这真的是，想当初。有鱼吗？还是现在还不能够那个？不要了，已经满了。嘎，真的是过太惨了，真的。好可怜哦，就是几乎打什么都不能打哎。搞得他的视线范围好广哦，真的。我这个难度的那个。干你2只哎！这他这个扫描是在扫什么？扫个题目就对了。这是少个寂寞的哎，少寂寞的啊，这个真的是少了寂寞的。 3只，这个只有3只而已。尽量就是把他们身上的东西都干走。咦，不是躲得好好的，为什么他突然间那个？我靠，北岸他的尸体看那么远哦，为什么奇怪？干是他那个会那个欸。打不赢啊！未持有需要工具哦。可是这有那个呢。这有那个呢，我靠，那个攻击力很强哎，那个，看刚刚是那个，这个鱼这一代鱼，哦靠，我看这么远，他就看到我了，什么鬼？会过来吗？我的妈妈咪呀！只是因为那边有东西。我是说他看的距离超远的。他是几级呀？他怎么这么强？14级哦！这用猜的好不好？重要升级资源，哇，脚是重要升级资源。
Looks like a lance one. Scary ramblers.
干，这要是那个的话，我可以一击杀欸，可是现在是都没办法一击杀欸。干，这个要靠前路才可以啊。伤害加伤害25%，然后这个是。哦，哼，还有这种东西哦，干， 看那能力再强一点，不就这那个哇？烟雾弹我觉得有用烟雾弹，烟雾弹是他妈的在那个时候可以用啊，就是武器还有耐力，技能重置，还可以重设技能哦，这么爽。我他妈的也没有什么线圈可以用的、主要是卡在他那个吧。我看能不能够那个，就是杀的时候在那个。不行，被那个要跑了，那这个打我会一击死。哎呦！这么硬，一只这个我要打这么辛苦，以前他妈的我都不用打那么辛苦 干，好硬哦！哦，击杀！我靠，要这么硬！超硬的啦！自取啊，就是要靠自取啊！干！我也想要增加前行伤害啊，可是，干，我觉得要先升一级，把我的那个前行伤害增加。哦。哦，还有火焰那个，哼，哦，我终于打赢了啦！看你啊，打得他妈的辛苦啊！很秋嘛，我真的把你打倒了。干，我觉得，靠，有点想要增加这个呢，这个25%差很多哎。哎，靠，他都有这个呢。这边的很多这个的技能呢，这个是可以增加那个啊，治疗速度跟治疗量增加，治疗也是有用啊。 靠！你看这个都有这些什么阿萨布利的技能。我的技能点要2这个目前现在还用不到。哦，原来如此，武器耐力哦，武器耐力会随时间恢复哦，原来如此。这个现在是还没有用那个。我就先全习一些有用的技能比较好，就是把一些技能先把它那边把它弄出来的那个。哦，原来它都是这样子哦。哼，还有这种东西哦。我连续剧哦，你说现阶段我这里还是有很多都没有那个的，都还远程的话是还不需要一些什么啊？这个是那个。勇气的浪潮哦，原来如此，这可以增加我射击时的战斗能力。我觉得这个不错勇气的浪潮这个不错。我要是没有那个的话，因为我这个难度很高，我这个几乎会很少会有回那个。可是，刚好有点想要先点一个这个这样的话我可以增加伤害。这也是很有用处啦，可是还是先把远程的先把它那个好，远程比较重要像这个就很那个很重要这样的话就可以减少那个。反正是这个猪跑好快哦！重点是它就是一直这样跑我就觉得这猪好难猎哦。这游戏里面妈的动物都超难猎的在地下它在底下我要怎么下去？这附近难道有洞吗？没有洞啊，不是在上面，而是在下面What's this？ 该附近有洞穴才对。干！那前面有萤火点，先去前面那边储存好了。哎靠！好了，再储存，再快速储存一个。靠腰啊！我是被什么东西察觉到啊？干呀！真的是一堆阿萨布里的哎。哦，离开离开。哦。哦，这个难度真的是超难的。先到这里就先休息一下，先休息一下，好累。年纪大，真的是。